Hi there, I'm Chris Walden from Fort Hays State University. This is my Cultural Diversity RLO that we're doing for Dr. Robert Moody's Teal 202 Foundations of Education class. Cultural diversity, this is a very interesting topic, and I was pleased to be able to put together a presentation about it. Here's a quote by Hillary Clinton about cultural diversity that I really liked. What we have to do is find a way to celebrate our diversity and debate our differences without fracturing our communities. I think that sums up cultural diversity perfectly and just hits the nail right on the head with what we're trying to talk about in this class. What is cultural diversity? Cultural diversity, in my opinion, is an act of one community or culture having all their differences and being respected by any and every other culture or community or way of life. Despite all of our differences, when it is all said and done, we're all very much the same. People shouldn't judge or be prejudiced to people's different cultures because their own is different to somebody else in this world. Every person belongs to a different culture, and we should all be proud to belong to our own. My culture. This is a little bit of where I come from and what the culture is like in my home and hometown and my school. I come from a very small rural town, and my family we are living on a farm currently, and we have lived on a farm for my whole life, and that is all I've ever known is farm life and being out in the country. This is a picture of my house here at home in Bird City. Late in November, as you can see, with no leaves on the trees or bushes or anything. Bird City, Kansas. That is my hometown. Kansas is located right here in the middle of the United States, and Bird City is right up here in this little bitty corner right between Colorado and Nebraska. This is an amazing little town. There's a lot of history here, and it's a wonderful place to grow up and to live. My community. These are some pictures of signs around our town. Bird City down here, welcome to Bird City, home of the Shiloh Cougars. Shiloh High School and Elementary School is where I went to school and where I've spent most of my life up to this point. As you can see on this sign here, welcome to the only Bird City in America, and to this day that is still true. We are the one and only Bird City in all 50 states of America. Here's some pictures from around my community. This one here is a picture of Big Ed's Steakhouse. If you're from the western part of Kansas or southwest Nebraska or northeast Colorado, you're probably familiar with Big Ed's Steakhouse. It's pretty renowned in those parts of the tri-state area. This is a picture of our post office in Bird City. Pretty normal looking, and our grocery store, which most small towns have to have in order to survive, I guess. Some more pictures of our community. We don't have a hospital in Bird City. The hospital is in the larger town of our county called St. Francis, but we do have a little clinic which gets us by if we have to just go get a checkup or go for a physical or whatnot. This is a picture of our town hall, which is one of the few buildings that has been there almost since the existence of Bird City. This over here is a picture of Monty's Smoked Jerky, which is a beef jerky company that is owned and operated by a family there in Bird City. Their daughter actually was in my graduating class, so I'm pretty familiar with the company and how it operates and everything. This is my family. My family is something that I hold dear to my heart, and they have been everything that I have become so far is because of them, and if I didn't have them, I would not be here today. It's a picture of my mom and dad. I couldn't ask for better parents. They have taught me everything I know to this point, and I love them to death and couldn't stand to live a day without them. This is my sister down here. She is a cosmetologist here in Hays, and She has been my best friend ever since I was born. Since we lived on a farm, I didn't get to go to town very much when I was little, and so she was my best friend. We always played and grew up together, and we continue to keep that bond today. This picture over here is me right there, that little guy there, believe it or not, with all of my cousins who live in Kentucky. That's where my mom is from, is Kentucky. And we were all gathered around my grandma there in the center. And this guy down here, this is my little boxer puppy Luke. I've had him for about 8 months now, and he's my companion. He's man's best friend, as they always say, and he is. He's somebody that I always look forward to going home to see. Some food that we eat in our culture, I guess, are some common things: hamburgers, fruits, casseroles, and pancakes, just to name a few. For breakfast in Bird City or at the Walden household, we would often see French toast, biscuits and gravy. That's one of the family favorites. Bacon and eggs, excuse me. And what I usually ate before I went to school was a bowl of cereal, because it's quick and easy, and it gives me enough energy to go there all morning until lunchtime. For lunch, something I really enjoy eating is sandwiches. Another quick food. I don't know, I don't like to sit down and eat very often. I like to eat and keep going. Another one of my favorites is bratwurst. That's something we eat a lot in the summer when we can grill. Tacos, another family favorite. And then, I don't know who doesn't like pizza, something that most cultures have. Dinner, something that doesn't happen very often in my family. We don't ever get to sit down and eat in the evenings. We're usually busy, either practice or running and working in the field still. So when we do have dinner, we have a nice big dinner, and some common things we have are pork chops, spaghetti, hot wings, and grilled chicken. Hot wings are a favorite for summertime. We love to grill hot wings in the summer. Some snacks. This is going to look like a typical college kid's diet. Ramen noodles, Hot Pockets, bananas, and Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are a lifesaver when you sleep in too late before school. Friends. I have a quote here about friends. Side by side or miles apart, dear friends are always close to the heart. And that's something that is 100% correct. This picture down here is me with all the senior boys that I graduated with. And we've all grown up together since we started preschool when we were 3 years old. All of us have been together, and there's a bond there. We're all like brothers, and it's just something that can't ever be broken no matter how far apart we are. Some other pictures here of some really close friends and some wild outings we had during high school, I guess. Some of my hobbies are hunting. I enjoy pheasant hunting in the fall and through the winter. Farming, I really enjoy farming, and that is something that I look forward to, always being able to go home and do. You get out of the city and go home and just sit on the tractor in the open field and not have a worry in the world. Another thing I really love to do is play sports. I'm a sports fanatic. In our household, we celebrate 4 main holidays. Christmas, which I think every family should celebrate, depending on your religion and whatnot, but Christmas. Thanksgiving, a wonderful time of the year with all the food and festivities and all the leaves changing on the trees. It's just a really pretty time of the year. Independence Day, 4th of July, really enjoy watching fireworks and lighting off fireworks. And Easter. One of my personal favorite holidays is Halloween, but that's just because it's the day after my birthday, so I'm kind of prejudiced to that one. School. This is a high school and elementary school where I grew up. Shiloh Elementary and High School. Doesn't look very big, but there's another extended part on the back side of it there. This is the gym over here where we played most of our sports at. So this was kind of my home away from home when I was going through school back in Bird City. I now attend Fort Hays State University here in Hays, Kansas, and proud to say that I love the town and I love the school. Go Tigers. Things to do back in Bird City. When we're bored in the summer, we'll go in for a little dip in the swimming pool. Usually once school starts, the whole community attends all the sports activities and games, and high school football games are a big thing to do back at home. Everyone likes to go watch the football games. And most everybody around Bird City farms or has something to do with farming, so that's something that most people like to do back at home. My family's been blessed with the opportunities to take a lot of vacations and go to a lot of extravagant places. My mom is from Louisville, Kentucky, so every year we try and make at least 2 trips down there to see that side of our family. So here's a picture of the Louisville skyline. It's really pretty. This is actually taken from across the river on the Indiana side. But Louisville is a really neat town with a lot of history, and I always love going there to see family. Another place that we have vacationed a couple times too is Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. This was a wonderful town, and I always love going down there, always seeing new things, and I love being by the beach. And when we were little, my grandparents in Kentucky would take the whole family to Panama City Beach, Florida every summer, so this was another place I really enjoy going, and I hope that when I get older I can take my kids there every summer. This will wrap up my Cultural Diversity RLO. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye.